G'day mate, welcome back to another episode of our foodie tours where we show you the best food here in Sydney.
Today we're here in Eastwood and we're going to take you guys along to eat Cantonese food. We are going to try traditional Cantonese taste, which is supposed to have really good rice paper rolls, so in Chinese we call it Chang Fen, as well as their fresh soy milk and fried dough.
Yes, very excited. Apparently this is one of the best Cheung Fun or Chang Fen shops in Sydney, so we're super excited and let's go in.
Let's try it.
So actually we're in line. We've been waiting for like 20 minutes-ish now. So my advice to you guys is if you do come, please come early because you'll be waiting in line for a while because it's really good apparently. So this place has really interesting decor. Actually reminds me of the like Guangzhou Chang Fen back there. It's like really small and you got like the spinning fans and you also have wall art around here. So beautiful. But our table is actually really small. Like it's literally just one block.
So this place is actually really packed. We got here around 12:15 and we had to wait about 20 minutes in line. It is a peak time, so try to avoid that time and maybe come earlier. And unfortunately they ran out of a lot of items that we wanted, such as the youtiao as well as the clay pot rice. So we're just gonna have the rice paper roll, the Chang Fen, as well as the soy milk.
I also like how they offer disposable cutlery, so it's all clean. We also have to order at the counter, so be prepared to read through the menu before you go to the counter. You order and then they give you a table. So actually I'm from Guangzhou, well my parents are from Guangzhou, and I had this really good Chang Fen in China. It was like this street that everyone knew about. I don't remember what it was called, but it was one street, really long street. I had to walk like an hour to get there, get to this Chang Fen. I think it was called like Nangge, like Yinji. And they had the best and cheapest Chang Fen. It was like so soft and silky and tender, and the meat was so good. Like the beef would just melt in your mouth. So my expectations for this place is super high because I'm going to compare it to that, and that's like the OG. I'm very familiar with Canto food, but Hong actually isn't.
So I'm actually not Canto, so I didn't really grow up eating this type of food, so this is kind of new to me. I've had a few, but none of them were really good. None of them really stood out and like blew my mind away, but hopefully this one does, and once I try it, I'll let you guys know. So after waiting for about 10-15 minutes, we finally got our first item, which is the soy milk. The cup is really interesting. It's got like nice Chinese art on it. I don't know if you guys can tell what it is, but I think it's the farmer making the soy milk in progress. So he's grinding it in that olden day like machine thing. And it's got like Chinese writing on it as well. But let's try it. Let's see how it is. It's definitely really fresh. You can taste a bit of powderiness in it, so they didn't really sift it well, but you know that it's made fresh because the ones you buy in store, those are like very smooth tasting and doesn't have that like graininess at all. It's very fragrant, very delicious, very beany, but I'm not so used to the graininess, even though I know that that's how an authentic one tastes like. It's not very sweet though, so I think you're meant to add your own sugar. So for those of you that like sweet drinks, you'll definitely have to ask for sugar and add it in yourself. This is kind of like a black coffee without the sweetener. It's good.
I have my soy milk here. I think it's the same one, but they gave it to me in this boring blue cup. Matches my dress, but I don't know why I have the boring cup. I'm going to try it now for the first time. It smells very light. Oh, I get what you mean by the graininess. There is a bit more like, it's like a bit of sand. It tastes like sand, but I know it's a freshly made soy milk. It's not too sweet. It's kind of like soy milk without the sweetness. But I really like it. It's a bit thick. It's good. It's very xiang, very fragrant. So we waited for like more than half an hour. It's been so crazy and hectic here, but our first dish just came. This is the 牛肉鸡蛋肠, which translates to beef and egg rice paper roll, or 牛肉雞蛋腸. And I'm so excited. From what I can see, there's a lot of soy sauce, and I'm hoping it's not too salty because soy sauce needs to have a perfect balance of sweetness in it. And there's also, I think it's beef mince, and this is the rice paper roll. Wow. That looks glistening and so tender. Although I think the Chang Fen looks a bit thicker than what I imagined in my head. but let's give it a go. Smells fragrant. That's really, really tender and soft. It actually tastes softer than it looks. It was pretty dense because it's like really thick, but actually didn't taste that dense. The soy sauce is like not as sweet as the one I've had in Guangzhou. And the noodle texture is not as thin and soft and silky. This one's more of a denser version of Chang Fen that I'm used to. The egg is quite nice. I think it's a jiandan. And the beef mince is, I think it's more on the fatty side and it's like juicy and tender. So thumbs up to them for that. But this is a really big portion. Take another bite because why not?
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying this content.
Okay, finally, after such a long wait, and I'm so hungry right now, I'm so ready to eat this. So we've got here the char siu and the prawn rice paper roll. So it's got chunks of meat here and a big piece of prawn. Yum, it looks glistening. And I'm gonna grab it just like this, since it's messy, and dip it in the soy sauce. So this is usually not pure soy sauce. Pure soy sauce would just be way too salty. It's got like oils, sugar, other seasoning. It's more like a mild soy sauce mixed with other sauce. Can't even talk right now, my mouth is watering. This is so fresh, wow. The rice paper roll, I think is thinner than yours. You can kind of see it's like more see-through. It's very thin, it's very, very soft. It's quite elastic as well, so a bit chewy. The prawn is super fresh, it's got a nice crunch to it. Char siu has that nice, sweet, savory taste to it. Soy sauce is really good actually. It could definitely use a bit more sweetness, but it's not too salty. Doesn't overpower the ingredients. Overall, it's really nice. Wow. I think compared to other yum cha spots, the skin here is actually thinner from my experience. Obviously, my experience is quite limited, but it's quite thin. And it's a different texture, like it's not as chewy, a bit more elasticy. So it's a really nice, unique taste to it.
So I think the beef one, it has a bit thicker skin because it's like with eggs. So I think they make it differently, so it wraps well. But the other one is more silky, so I think that one's gonna be better. Okay, so now I'm going to try the one that Hong tried earlier. So I'm gonna try the prawn one with char siu. Char siu is right here. It's not very red or juicy. I think it's just like typical normal char siu. And the prawn is quite nice as well. I think the prawn's quite big. Glistening prawn, not overcooked hopefully. And the Chang Fen skin. I think it's thinner for the prawn roll. That's better. Yeah, I think the extra layer of egg makes the Chang Fen thicker, not as nice. Oh, yours good. I think I prefer the soy sauce to be a little bit more sweet. Super busy here though, so like if you do come, just be prepared. We got extra soy sauce. Actually, the lady knew that we were running out of soy sauce. She just gave us more, and now we're just like adding up more because the Chang Fen actually soaked up all of the soy sauce. This soy sauce is gold though. Without this soy sauce, it won't taste as good. It'll be more bland. So, yum. The ingredients are super fresh, like Hong said. Like the prawn, the barbecue pork tastes fresh and light, not too heavy. The beef is like very, very soft and tender. It's like mince, but different type of mince, like the Chinese mince that's like really fatty. Yum. The prawn one also comes with lettuce, which is really nice. I love like cooked lettuce in my Chang Fen. It's so fresh and light, and it just adds a different texture to it. It adds more crunch. I'm trying to dissect the Chang Fen, get it in his belly. Oh yeah. Look at him go. Stop eating all my food. You're eating all my food literally right now. Alright, I need to go eat now. So we just finished our meal and I'm so full. Oh my gosh.
That was really, really filling. There's so much carbs in there and actually quite a bit of protein as well.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a really nice meal. It was really delicious, a bit different from your usual yum cha. Chang Fen.
Yeah, it's more fresh and the toppings are better, I'd say. It's more tender and juicy, and the soy sauce is quite nice, but I would have preferred it to be a bit more sweet, but that's just my Guangzhou nature coming out.
Definitely a place worth checking out. Is it the best one out there in Sydney? I think not.
I don't know.
We're still on the hunt for it, but if we do find it, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, so if you do visit Sydney and you're out here in Eastwood, definitely check out this place. It's super crowded though, so make sure you get in line early and expect a lot of wait time.
Alright, thanks for watching guys. I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. See you.
Bye.
Bye.